Welcome, I'm Elizabeth Harper. I'm thrilled that you've joined me on Numerologist.com. I'm here with this month's crystal messages with a little numerology mixed in too. Okay, so what I would love for you to do is using your intuition, allow your intuitive, inspirational heart to guide you to message 1, 2, or 3, to crystal 1, 2, or 3. And when you're doing that, see if you can intuit what the colors are or what the color is of that crystal. All right, if you got that? Okay, so this month it's April, so it's a 4-month, right? And it's 2020, so it's a 4-year. So we have a 4-year and a 4-month. So that 4 energy, 2 4s, that would be 4 plus 4 is 8. So it's an 8 vibration. But with that 4 is a number of stability. To me, it's a number of stability. It's also a number of completion as well. It's extremely powerful. And when you think about it, this is an Aries dominant month, isn't it? So it has that warrior vibration. It has that let's get started energy as well. But it has a 4 with a 4 on top. And to me, it's almost as if it's like a piece of rock with another piece of rock on top. So it may feel a little bit like it's heavy, but it's also 4 plus 4 is 8. So as above, so below. So right now we're focused on what we're thinking, what we're believing, because all those things are visions. We create in our mind's eye, and then we create on the physical plane. So this particular month is very much about that focus on what it is you're thinking, what it is you're feeling, what it is you're creating in your mind energetically, because that is coming into physical form as well. Extremely powerful month from that perspective. 8 is a number of manifestation, but we think sometimes of 8 as an abundance energy with wealth, but not necessarily. It's an abundance of other things too. So what could be an abundance for you? What is the abundance energy about for you? Ask yourself that, see what comes up. All right, number 1, what we have for you is this piece of amethyst. Can you see that? Now, when I picked this out of the bag, I had to take a second look at it because I thought, I could swear that used to be ametrine. You know, it's like I was looking at it and thought that it was ametrine and not a piece of amethyst. So I feel like that's a clue as well for you as a message, that you might be looking at something and thinking, oh, I'm sure that was something else. I believed something else. I had this idea that it was something else. And then it turned out to be something completely different. So notice that. I feel like it's a message that is supportive of you right now. It might be that you were thinking of going in one particular direction. You had this idea about something and then it sort of turned around. So it's moving in a new direction. And that's what I feel this is about for you. Amethyst is a wonderful crystal for cleansing, for clearing, for shifting you and shifting your perspective as well, because it's very spiritual. It's a spiritual color. If you think about it, violet, it links in with the crown chakra. So it's opening you up to new ideas. So consider that. Allow yourself to be open to new ideas. Don't get stuck on this idea that this is ametrine. Don't get stuck on that. Don't get stuck on the idea that, oh, it's amethyst, or it's this, or it's that, or it's the other. Allow yourself to be open to inspiration to come in. Because sometimes, especially with things like crystals, and I'm going off on a tangent, but at the same time, it's the message. Sometimes with crystals, we look in a book, and the book says A, B, C, D. This is what this crystal means. But then your inspiration, your intuition, your wisdom says, oh, hang on a minute, I've got another idea for that. I've got this feeling that it means something else as well. And you need to go with that. You need to go with that every time. Whatever it is your intuition is guiding you, whatever your intuition is telling you, then take that in as something that you need to take notice of. You don't always have to follow this. It's another piece of information for you Just allow it to infiltrate your information energy, your ability to make decisions. Allow that intuition in, because you're going to need it right now. All right, I feel like that's the message. I keep feeling like there's a goddess that's linking in with this as well. So just tune into what that might be for you too. I don't feel that it's linked in with Mary Magdalene, but I keep feeling like there's a connection with Mary Magdalene with this too for you. All right, so our next crystal, our next one is this wonderful piece of pyrite. Now, it's gold, it's a golden color, and it's called iron pyrite. And it's called fool's gold as well. I was trying to find a piece of this. I have a big piece of it that I put into my abundance corner. And it reflects to me, when you look at it, it's almost like it has this reflection, this reflected surface. So it's saying that some things might be coming at you, it's bounced off you with this. It's sort of moved away. So there's a protective quality to the iron pyrite. But it's also saying, again, don't believe everything that you are told. Don't believe everything that is coming up, let's say, into your consciousness. And this might be something like a fear. It might be that you've got this fear and you're thinking about 10 jumps ahead and you're fearing about what's going to happen 10 jumps ahead. And I feel as if your guides, your angels, your soul is saying, let's stay in the present moment. This is a very heavy rock, a heavy piece of iron. And I feel that that is about staying in the now, grounding yourself in to this present moment. Be focused on what's happening right now in your life and stay focused on that. Even if it's challenging, it's just stay focused on that. Don't get 10 jumps ahead of yourself, because sometimes that can be where the fear lies as well. So I feel with this, it's about grounding, it's about being stable, it's about putting the roots into the earth to anchor you in, to also have an anchor message as well. So maybe that anchor message could be an affirmation that is supportive for you at this moment. Something like, I am at peace, I am healthy, I am stable, I am abundant, I'm blessed with an abundance of blessings. So some kind of anchor statement that will help you in this present moment, or keep you in this present moment as well. I feel like there's something else with this. I keep getting this image of, there's a movie about a museum, and I keep getting this image about that. And I think it's because in the movie, everything in the museum comes to life at night, whereas during the day, it kind of looks like there's no life in these exhibits. At nighttime, they all magically wake up. So I feel that this message is coming in to say that there is some magic that's here that you're not seeing, that you're not aware of. And maybe it just takes a little change of perspective to see the magic. And it might be also that it's time for you to ask in your dream state for messages, for inspiration, for guidance as well, to help you to see the magic in your life at this moment. All right. Our final stone is this beautiful piece of ruby and fuchsite. So this is the ruby, the ruby color, the red color, the pink color, and then the fuchsite is this green. It's like pale green with dark green spots on it. So when this came out of the bag, it was kind of interesting because, this particular stone, it's very much about healing destruction, healing destructive patterns even. And when you look at this, it's almost as if some part of the earth, you imagine this is the earth and it's splitting open. So then there's this trail of, it's almost like magma that's coming out of the earth. But instead of turning black, it's turned this most beautiful ruby, this most beautiful pink. And then you think of the heart. The heart is green and there's this pink at the core of the heart, and that's that opening up So then when I look at this stone, it's about your heart opening. And even though it might feel like it's all spewing out at the same time, it's like, whoa, all this stuff is coming out, it turns into something beautiful. So it's a memory of something that's really beautiful. And to me, this is that picture of that memory. Do you understand that? It's not necessarily what this stone means, but it's what comes to me as I'm looking at it for you. I also see with this connection, there's all these little bits of dark green on it, and it makes me feel like communities. And that even though the communities are sort of separated out, there's a connection with them all. So I feel as if for you that this month is about connecting with people, connecting with communities, connecting with your family, making the most of the time when you can come together, or at least when you can have conversations with each other. Because I feel that this is going to be important for you this month, into May. So when I look at this, and I look at this most beautiful ruby, ruby can be a color that, a stone that is very much about protection. You know, it's often a stone that is found in old Roman shields and armor and talismans that would be protective of your life. So I feel that with this ruby, it's saying that part of this protection is coming from the core of your heart, coming from the center of you, and really doing what feels right for you from your heart. So if your heart is saying, okay, well, let's sing today. If your heart is saying, let's take a rest. Let's have a salt bath. Let's go out and be in the sun. Whatever your heart is sharing with you that will be protective for you, that will support you, that will really bring you into this place of knowing that you are safe, then go with that. I feel that your heart is speaking to you. Your soul is speaking to you through your heart. And then one final thing, when I look at this, I feel almost as if you need some variety. So when I get this sense, it's almost like when I'm looking at these little bits and pieces, it just feels like variety. And I feel that that variety is in your diet. That variety is in what you do. That variety is in what you think and what you are creating at this moment. There's almost a sense of a need for variety. Green and pink, green and red, just from a color perspective, they are opposite each other on the color wheel. So you might feel as if you need lots of action, and that's in that pink, and the green is about being just calm. So this month, it's important for you to get lots of exercise, but at the same time, lots of rest. It's important for you to reach out, communicate with people, but also have times of silence as well. It's important for you with this green to make sure that your diet is filled with nutrients. And then the pink part of it, the red part of it, could be just about being mindful about what you're taking in. And maybe not taking too much in all at the same time. Because sometimes, with that red, it's like, give me more, let's eat more. So the green is about, okay, let's just calm this down. And let's notice what we're taking into our body as well. I feel like there's one more thing with this, and it's about creativity. I feel like creativity is going to be very important for you this month too. So you might find yourself wanting to look around at images or take part in something that is creative, because I feel that energy is coming up for you, and I feel like it's going to be a surprise for you as well. So it's not necessarily just about paintings or about looking through books. It may be about something that you are going to do that is creative, and I feel like it's going to be a little bit of a surprise for you. Something nice is going to emerge from that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to watch the next video now and subscribe to the channel. I will see you next month. Lots of crystal blessings to you. Bye for now.